Hey guys, and welcome back to a new episode of What Wah Podcast, the first podcast in English in this country for you fucking stupid non-English speakers out there. Well, actually, no. It's for the people that actually do understand English.
I have a few gringo friends that you know what? I also did a podcast back in 2016 that was in English in Chile.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they weren't successful though, so fuck them.
Yeah, so fuck them.
Yeah. Feel like, yeah, now you say that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, I'm here with Chris. How are you doing today, Chris?
Doing good.
How's your weekend? I mean, how was your weekend? I saw you on Sunday.
Yeah.
Because we went and watched Terminator Dark Fate, which we're going to talk about later on this episode. Should we go full spoilers on this one? Just fuck it.
Man.
I mean,
how much can you spoil about a movie that's been cooked up for the wide audiences anyway?
Yeah.
There's not that much to spoil.
But we'll talk about it later. Maybe we could go a part without spoilers and then go full into spoilers.
There's two main spoilers you could possibly say, and everything else is okay, you kind of know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Which in itself is a spoiler, we're sorry.
Yeah, there you go. See? Nice job. So we have a pretty interesting show today, I think.
Yeah, we do.
Because now you are starting to get that nice, juicy revenue.
Getting that YouTube teat.
That YouTube teat. How's that working for you? So explain to the people that maybe are not as familiar with the case as I am.
So with the new music video, the mega smash hit of this summer, Chupalo Caro Dance.
Sleeper hit.
The sleeper hit, yeah. It reached a certain level of views that I applied to YouTube to get money
monetized,
revenue. Yeah,
right?
monetized, yeah.
Okay.
Which you have to have 4,000 total hours of people watching your videos, plus 1,000 subscribers, plus.
That's it. I think that's weird. When I first started in YouTube, they didn't ask for any of that.
Yeah.
It was apply for a partner. Okay, buddy. And then you just link your AdSense account, but then you actually have to get a code in the mail, in the actual mail. So I remember that took 2 weeks, and then I remember I got a letter from Google, and I was like, "Ooh, this is so nice."
That's cool.
Yeah, that helps you activate the AdSense account, which is what pays you. So.
So Google sends you shit because you're approaching 100,000 subscribers. You're gonna get something in the mail from Google, right?
I should get. I think it's a frame, with a YouTube button or whatever.
That's awesome.
Something like that. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I mean,
put it right. Use it as a coaster right here.
I know. That's what I should do, right?
Yeah,
do coke on it, or mentholatum actually. Do some mentholatum on it. So yeah, back in the day, that didn't happen. But I started on YouTube in 2014. So I guess now they're just getting cringy. I mean, nah, it's not cringy. I understand them. It's so weird how YouTube works because imagine that everybody can upload anything they want. You have no limit for it. I remember at first you only had a limit to 15-minute videos max.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Did that happen? Does that happen to you too?
When I first joined YouTube, or I don't know, when I first started watching videos, I remember it was 15-minute limit.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. And how did you reach your 4,000 hours? Because you have really short videos on YouTube. How long are they, max?
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Just sketches, yeah.
Yeah. So how long have you been uploading shit to YouTube?
2 years.
2 years. So after 2 years, you were finally eligible for monetization.
Yeah, it was really just as the Chupalo Caro Dance video.
Yeah.
And right away it was
That's the one that helped you out. How long is that video?
1 minute, 52 seconds.
So it's 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And how many views does it have?
120,000 so far.
Okay, so there you have it. Yeah, okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
it's got a lot of views.
It's got a lot of views, and the revenue started 2 days ago. 3 days ago, and I've made $15 in revenue.
Really?
In 3 days, yeah. And it missed some of the most viewed days as well. So
exactly.
I don't know. Yeah.
Wow, that's good though. You already have $15.
Yeah, I thought it would be much less than that considering.
Me too. The money, the video I made with you is made $3.
You showed me that, yeah.
Yeah, I showed you that. Remember? I was like, fuck. Yeah, but it's just that mine gets all yellowy. Does that happen to you?
No, I got a green monetization for the one.
Cool. Okay. So what happens is you upload videos, and most of them you can monetize them, and it has a green little thing, right?
Yeah.
So, but there are other ones where it's yellow, where it says only limited ads can run here, and you can request a review.
Okay.
Be listen, you fucked up because, for whatever. That's fucking PewDiePie's fault. And then after that,
what?
Yeah, after like 2 or 3 days, they'll either say, "Yeah, sorry, my bad. You know, you can monetize it fully," or they'll be like, "No, man, we can only put limited ads on this. That you still make money off it, but
Why
you make
limited
considerably
ads?
less." So what happened a long time ago? The fucking Wall Street Journal. So they did a piece. I'm paraphrasing. I don't remember exactly how it was, but PewDiePie is the guy that has most subscribers on YouTube, period.
In the world.
Yeah, in the world. Well, T-Series beat him, but T-Series isn't actually like a person, right? So
What?
T-Series is like an Indian channel.
I like T-Series was sent from the future to get more subscribers than PewDiePie.
T100 series. Yeah, there you go. They went over him, but it's like a channel. Like they upload video clips and shit like that.
Okay.
But PewDiePie is like an actual guy.
Yeah.
And he has more than 100 million subscribers. He's the guy that has most subscribers ever. So once he made a video, I'm not really sure exactly how it worked, but the thing is that there were some guys like with signs that said like "kill the Jews" or something like that.
In the video.
Yeah, in the video. Because from what I understand from PewDiePie, because I haven't seen that many of his videos, I don't think they're targeted to me, actually. I have been watching him lately, and I've enjoyed them, sort of. But it's not something that I would, like binge watch. Yeah, PewDiePie all day. No. Like, they're all right.
They're like made for like 15-year-olds.
Yeah, well, he says that it's made for 9-year-olds.
Okay.
That's what he calls like the 9-year-old army and the bro army.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So basically, what he does is like what Delantero does here. It's like he reacts to memes, right?
Mm-hmm.
He'll do an episode. I don't know, like the meme. Have you noticed how sometimes certain memes rise and then after a week, like nobody sees them ever again?
Yeah.
So he meme reviews. So there was one.
That's so easy.
I know.
That's so easy because the meme itself is funny.
Yeah, because the meme itself is funny, right?
So slightly.
Instead of like scrolling down your feed and seeing if maybe you come across like a really cool meme,
he
actually just collects them all. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And they send them to him.
He's a meme hunter.
Yeah, he's a meme hunter. So, but the guy actually does. I don't think it's that easy because he does have like charisma.
Okay.
He is like actually funny, and the way he edits and everything. Like,
Okay.
I understand why he gets the views he gets. So I think it was in one of those cases that he saw one where there were some kids like with a sign or something like "ban the Jews" or "kill all niggers" or something like that. And then God damn,
something like that.
And something fucking stupid, right?
Yeah.
So then there was a piece on the Wall Street Journal, I believe, that were like, "Did you know what your kids are exposed to when they're on YouTube?
No.
Did you know that, for example, Felix or whatever the fuck his name is, because he's Swedish?
Yeah.
Did you know that he runs videos where where he sees things like this, and then they show clips like that, and then." That was the birth of the ad apocalypse.
That's what it's called?
Yeah, that's what it was called back in the day, the ad apocalypse. So what happened is that, you get money off YouTube because of ads, right? You get pre-roll ads, which are the ones that start before the video. Mm-hmm. You get mid-roll ads, which are the ones that you can place between the video. And then you get like the bumper ads, which are right at the end.
Okay.
So basically before, man, you could have Coca-Cola, Pepsi, whatever the fuck, right? And then suddenly, certain companies said, I don't want Coca-Cola to appear on an ad of one of these guys' videos, right? He's saying kill the Jews. We don't want Coca-Cola to be affiliated with that.
Okay, yeah.
And then a lot of people followed, right? So that's why they started limited ads.
Okay.
Right?
So anytime you use a company, if you make a reference to a company.
Well, you see, you can actually decide what comes off before or after your videos. Allegedly, the algorithm of YouTube is going to find something that is best suited for the person that's watching it. Like, say, for example, a pre-roll ad, you could get, I don't know, like an ad for the new Tomb Raider video game, for example. Mm-hmm. Or in my case, every time I watch a video on fucking YouTube, I always get an ad for Didi, which is like the Chilean Uber. It's owned by Piñera's son, so don't fucking use it.
Okay.
And I always get that one, for example.
Didi.
Always Didi, yeah.
Okay.
So you can't control actually what ads put there, but certain companies are like, okay, no, we're not going to roll ads anymore. Like if they're going to be on PewDiePie's video, we don't want to show up there because we know that guy is controversial.
Wow.
Okay, so that was the ad apocalypse. So a lot of people suffered because of that.
Because they had something in their videos that...
Yeah, because they started... And that's when the whole term of family-friendly showed up. You're not supposed to curse in videos, you know? Like, if you see mine, I fucking curse all the time.
But then you can put not suitable for children under a certain age, right?
Yeah, if you do that, you cannot monetize it at all.
What?
Yeah, if there is one that's called only for over 18...
That's what I put, yeah.
Okay, you can't monetize that at all.
I just put the audience isn't intended children. It's
Okay,
intended for
that's
children.
the new thing that we haven't talked about yet.
Oh.
This is all before, right?
Okay.
This is the adpocalypse, all that happened.
Okay.
So I believe that what happened is that many channels were like blacklisted, right? And I think mine is one. So me, for
it
example,
definitely was one.
Definitely was one. It's just that back then it was like in the States, I don't care. I live in Chile, but now I think that they're starting to apply it like worldwide.
Okay.
For example, me, every single video that I upload, it gets a yellow thing right away.
Wow.
It'll be like a rare case if it doesn't.
Okay.
You know, but usually I always get like a yellow warning, like your video has limited ads. So I have to request a review and then wait like 3 or 4 days. And then if they say, okay, you can monetize it, then I'll upload it. I'll be like, okay, new video coming, guys. And if not, fuck it, I just lost that money, you know, so I have to upload it anyway.
Yeah.
Right, but you got to wait on for that. You got to wait for them to actually clarify. So there are some, in my case, that will not be monetizable at all. Like the last one I pull out, that one's fucking full of swear words. So there's no way I'm going to monetize that one.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't care, really, to be honest. Because I try to make money, not necessarily by AdSense, but by other means.
Yeah.
So that's the way it's worked for me, at least. And also the problem is that here in Chile, they pay you less, too.
You told me that, man.
Yeah, it's called CPM, which is costo por mil. You know, it's like a cost per 1,000. So every 1,000 views, you get a certain amount of money.
How much is it for limited, and then how much is it for regular?
Well, there you go, right? That's the thing. So I don't know. I'm not really sure how much you make, but it's not it's not a lot. Let's say it's like 30 peso. Like, let's imagine.
Okay.
It's 30 pesos for every 1,000 views, right? Mm-hmm. With the yellow one, you get like 5.
Oh, man.
You know? Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, that totally sucks.
That sucks.
So now they're working on, I saw the other day, I got like an email, and they're working on trying to get more revenue off those fucking yellow videos, right?
Okay.
The limited ad videos. But it's still, like, you still don't make enough.
So wait, what's the thing that's coming on? You said something's happening in YouTube on December 10th, and now I'm really scared. Because I'm just getting into the game.
Okay, so have you ever heard about Copia?
No.
Okay, I had never heard about it either. So, Copia, here, let me search for exactly what it stands for.
It's like the Y2K of YouTube.
No. See, a lot of people act like it is. I think there's a lot of fear-mongering going on.
Okay.
Because it happened also with the apocalypse, and people have been, getting by. Don't allow. Okay, so Copia is the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. Okay, so this is what happened. Did you ever go onto YouTube and find videos that were trending that you were like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, baby Elsa takes a dump in my mouth and Spider-Man shows. It's like, just video. Have you never seen them? No?
Baby Elsa takes a dump in my mouth.
Yeah, and then Spider-Man cleans it.
Yeah.
You know, some shit like that. SpongeBob SquarePants gets Elsa from Frozen pregnant. Like, shit like that. So
what?
Yeah, so they are actually...
Oh, it's like you videos that would include like figures for children, but in adult situations.
Okay, so the thing is, these videos are really fucking weird, man. Look.
How many of these videos are there?
Okay, here, let me show you.
Changed the whole landscape of YouTube?
Okay, here, let me show you. Baby Elsa. I'm just gonna
Oh, you're being serious? I thought you were just
no, I'm not.
Off the top of your dome? Like,
Baby
okay,
Elsa Spider-Man. Okay, look. Superhero babies make home activities, right? That one? 134 million views.
Okay.
Elsa baby is sick. Elsa and Spider-Man funny superhero. 33 million views.
But there's nothing explicit there.
Frozen Elsa new lipstick. 3.4 million views. Mermaid Frozen Elsa versus Dr. Spider-Man versus Joker. 21,000 views. No, that one's just new. That one just came out 1 minute ago. Look at that one. Spider-Man versus Frozen. Elsa Spider-Man becomes a father.
Oh, man.
2 million views. So look. God damn it. Oh, this is I got rickrolled. So basically what they did, these are just adults that they dress up, and the video has fucking nothing in it. Like they'll show Elsa like cramming Play-Doh in her mouth that kind of looks like shit because it's for kids, right? So parents are they're sick of their fucking brats. They're going like, here, use the phone. And what are they going to search for?
It's scary how well that works.
Yeah. fuck off, you little bastard. Here's the phone, right? So what do they look for? Spider-Man, Frozen, right? That's why all these fucking titles have those names, right?
They just look at like what are the most keyword things you can put for any particular country.
For a child.
For a child, okay.
Right? Spider-Man, Frozen, Elsa, and Pink Spider-Girl with a doctor. You know? The Lego Batman movie, Spider-Man and Frozen, Elsa versus Joker. You know? So these are shit like that. And some are like really... I don't know if predatory is the word, but some are just like really weird.
Oh man!
Because again, like try to
watch.
They
sound predatory.
They sound fucking weird, right? So imagine it's these grown-ups that are cosplaying like Spider-Man and Elsa from Frozen.
Yeah.
They're doing some weird ass shit.
Like Pee Wee Herman's back. You're like, how did this happen?
Okay, yeah. So that had been going on forever. There's also toy review channels. There's this one, I can't remember what it's called. It's a really famous one. It's like a little Chinese kid. And he's like, today we're going to open up, the whole new Matchbox playset. You know, and they show them. It's like shit for kids, right?
Yeah.
But then they found out one of these guys actually just filmed the videos with the kid. He would buy shit. He would film the video, and then he would go return it to get the money back.
Yeah.
And it was causing like a lot of stress for the fucking kid.
No.
Of course, because he was like, wow,
And
cool,
didn't pay the
awesome
kid?
toy. No, of course. You know?
No.
So a lot of shit like that. Did you ever hear of Danny 05? Was it called Daddy 05 or something
Daddy
like
05?
that? Was it called that? Hold on.
That's
Daddy.
like a shitty show,
05.
shitty sitcom or something.
Yeah, okay. Daddy 05. Okay, so Daddy 05 was another really big one. It was these guys that were a couple,
Yeah.
and they fucking bullied their kid, but like for real. Like
On
it
YouTube.
wasn't, yeah, it
But
wasn't.
it was so entertaining. Is the problem?
But the production value, man. No, you know, like I understand, like sometimes when you mess around with a kid and he's like, you know, and they're like, we're kidding. But this was just like bullying.
Like,
they were making him
we're gonna
like
shave
fucking
his
cry.
head and he's sleeping.
Like he would actually suffer.
Oh,
you
man.
know, like it was an actual fucking kid in distress.
Jackass kid. Like jackass children.
Yeah, there you go. It was like fucked up, right?
Oh man. Millions of views.
So
millions of views.
They had the guys from Daddy 05, they had to put that channel down. It's a whole fucking mess. They were gonna take the kid away, put him with foster care. Like it was messed up. Like they really messed up with that fucking kid.
That sucks.
And a lot of that,
yeah.
and a lot of that shit happened, and for a long time it went unnoticed, right? Because man, you're raking in 4 or 5 million views per video just by writing Baby Elsa, pregnant Spider-Man in it, you know?
Why would pregnant get so many views?
I don't know. Kids, right? It's like keywords for kids.
Fetishes?
Fun, superhero, poop. You know?
Yeah.
Imagine, you know, kids are like fixated with fucking poop and piss and shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, who is? I mean, adults too.
Yeah, right?
Who doesn't?
I mean, I wouldn't fucking search
I love poop jokes. I love poop.
Yeah, poop jokes.
Poop.
Yeah, poop. It's funny. It sounds funny, right?
Yeah.
So,
Poop.
So yeah, those were all. So that for a long time it went unnoticed until the guys at fucking Copia noticed the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, right?
Yeah.
So now they're saying that if you're gonna make content for kids, you have to specify that it's gonna be made for kids, and therefore you cannot make any revenue from it. You cannot put ads on it, and you cannot search for them.
Wow.
Okay?
That's good for everybody else.
That's good for everybody else except them. But the thing is that the wording is like really sketchy. Because I was overlooking it before. Like, for example, all my shit is not for kids, right?
Clearly not for children.
Clearly not for children.
And
Totally.
in no way is it for children.
In no way is it for children, right? Okay. What about if I want to review Super Mario Brothers, for example?
Yeah.
Would that be considered for kids, maybe?
The kids wouldn't be the intended audience, but kids could watch it.
Kids could
get something out of it.
So that's like where all the blurry lines are. That's
Okay.
where people are not understanding well. So like there's this guy I was watching this morning. I never heard of him.
So you're thinking YouTube would be like, well, it's a Mario review, like it's a Super Metroid review back from the 80s. So kids could, it's just for children obviously. So we're gonna cut
See,
your
that's the
revenue.
thing. It says anything that can include vibrant colors. You know what? So what does that even
The
mean?
fuck, dude.
You know, like so that's why people are scared because it's really unclear. Everything about YouTube lately has been really unclear. Whenever I get like the yellow limited ads review, I'm really not sure why. I would love if they would tell me, listen, you're getting limited ads because of this, right? Sometimes it's because of the name and the title. I assume, you know, like I'll have some videos. that really should not be monetized, I think, you know, or that should be like for a limited audience, you know, like the previous one. But there are some that I get limited ads and I don't understand why. Like for no fucking reason, right? I got the Death Stranding review had fucking limited ads on for the longest time. I never knew why.
Is it because you're using actual footage from the game?
No, because that's a whole nother thing. That's the fair use clause.
Okay.
That's another breed.
Okay,
Of
but nothing to do with limited or...
No, it shouldn't. Because limited ads is one thing, and then copyright protection is another.
Okay.
So that's a problem with limited ads. Now imagine it's specifying the shit that's for children or not. What if for example, I put that all my videos are not intended for children?
What if these guys... I happen to upload a video, Elsa Princess takes a dump of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And I have no intention of showing it to children.
You know, what happens if YouTube suddenly says, no, actually, you know what, Cesar, we think that your channel is for kids. So fuck you. You know, and you cannot ever get monetized ever again.
Okay.
That sucks,
dude.
like the problem.
That's horrific, yeah.
That's why people are like losing their shit. So I was watching this morning a guy I'd never seen, Arlo, something like that. It's a guy that looks like a Cookie Monster. He's like a puppet.
Okay.
But he reviews like video games, right? But it's like a puppet.
He is a puppet.
It's a puppet, right? It's not a guy. It's like a puppet. It looks like the Cookie Monster.
Oh, cool.
So I'd never seen him. I saw this morning. Oh God. I saw
rude.
him this. Boo. Sorry. I saw him this morning, and
the gynecology visit can wait.
I saw him this morning, and he was talking about that. He was like, "So I'm a blue puppet. Is that supposed to be like for kids then?"
Oh, man, that guy's in really bad gray area.
Yeah.
He's in really bad gray area.
For example, South Park, right? South Park is like really colorful, the cute little drawings, right?
Yeah.
Would that be considered for kids then? That's the problem that people are facing. That's why people are like,
it's just because like kids, and they have to include also vibrant colors.
It says like, vibrant colors, keywords like fun, right?
Fun.
Like fun. What the fuck does that even mean? You know?
Settle down.
So that's why people are concerned about that. And
I can see a ton of channels being in gray area because of that, yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of them are scared. I kind of think that it's fear-mongering a little bit. I think that some people are like losing their shit, really losing their shit.
I think it's a preemptive. Like they're imagining this could fuck up very badly for their channel, so they want to lose their shit now before shit actually hits the fan and like things do get monetized. And they want like YouTube to know that there's a lot of channels that will get like tuned off or they're demonetized for no good reason.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's like I
freak
said,
out now about that.
That's what happens with me, right? Like I said, every time I upload a video, it gets limited ads.
Have you sent messages to YouTube like, "Hey, what the fuck is going on?"
No. I mean,
could you call them? Is there like a YouTube call center?
No. Not even for AdSense is there one. Not even for that. Like if you had it once, I got fished, right? And somebody tried to steal like my fucking AdSense revenue.
How do you fit what?
Yeah, I remember once I got like an email like, phishing it's called. It's when they give you like a link that's fake, but it kind of looks real, and then you click on it and you're fucked. And you get all your data exposed.
Oh man.
It happened to me once, right? And
it's just a random link like that says this is YouTube.
I got allegedly like a video, an email from YouTube that said, "Hi, we are just steps away from confirming your account or whatever," like the blue check mark thing. Yeah. It was like awesome, and it was like click here to continue with the steps. And I saw it like on my phone, and I wasn't paying attention, and then I clicked it. And then it sent me also, and then I looked at it closely, and it wasn't. It looked like a YouTube link, but it wasn't though.
It was like your tube.
And it said, like YO tube, you know, like without the U. Yeah. You know, but at a first glance, it's like, oh, okay. And then that happened.
For YouTube.
And then I wanted to get into my AdSense account, and it was blocked. And I was like, oh, fuck. And then I got an email like, somebody tried to access your account from Afghanistan or some shit like that. Because, you know, these guys use encryptors, right?
A Nigerian prince has stolen your information.
Yeah, something like that. So I was like, fuck. And I remember that I called. You can call Google and you're like, I need to talk to the person with AdSense. And they're like, no, we don't have a direct line for AdSense. I'm like, what the fuck? I remember that I had to do a lot of shit. And I got back like my $70. But still, man, like they almost fucking stole that shit.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. That shit can happen to anybody. So you gotta be careful with fucking links. Sometimes I'll get like sponsorship deals. You know, I get like emails like, hey, we were watching your videos and we wonder if you would like to work with us, you know, with this kind of shit. And then I'll respond, and it's like, it sounds like really robotic, right? Like really fake. Hi, this is Anna from, you know? And then I'll reply them, okay, like, okay, what's the next step? And they'll be like, hi, this is, again, the same thing, but with like a fucking link underneath. I'm like, ain't falling for that one, buddy.
Oh, no.
You know? So, yeah. So it's crazy.
There's so many ways to get scammed.
Totally.
Like, I thought just buying an iPhone on yappa.cl was...
Yeah, I imagine.
I thought that was the most of my worries, but actually that stuck with me the least of my worries with this whole revenue thing.
Well, yeah, people are scared about it now. I can't say I blame them, though, because like I said, it's just that it's so different for the States, you know, because in the States, a lot of people actually fucking live off of YouTube.
I can imagine.
You look at their production value and shit, they're like way ahead of us, you know? And everything.
True.
Like have you ever seen a guy called JonTron?
No.
Okay, I've seen some of his videos. Man, he makes like fuck. Like the videos are
really
crazy.
Well put together. Really well made.
Really, like the production value is crazy. He'll have like a fucking set, people putting the lights on. Like it's fucking crazy, man. It's like an actual production, like a TV production. And it's for a YouTube video.
Wow.
You know, here we're still thinking like, YouTube nama. You know, like
dude, it like nice. You're recording right in this like room.
Yeah, I record right in my room.
Normal camera.
Yeah.
Like,
no, these guys have like storyboards. Like it's fucked up.
It's true.
Have you ever seen that guy Casey Neistat?
Yeah.
Okay, I'd never seen him. A friend of mine showed him to me, and I was like, "Wow, this fucking guy," you know. But the thing is that he arrived at YouTube like at the sweet spot, which is when people discover that they could start uploading shit to YouTube, and then here comes Casey Neistat that already had studies on it. So when he started uploading shit, he that already studied like filmmaking, it was like, "Whoa, look at this fucking guy."
Okay.
You know, he arrived like just at the right moment.
Yeah.
You know, like he had just finished film school and was like, maybe I'll upload to YouTube. You know.
Yeah.
What do we got here? Call of Duty 3 gameplay. You know, 2 Girls 1 Cup reactions. Well, now I'll make my vlog for whatever the fuck. And that's why it was crazy. And that's why he blew
I'm
up.
going to fuse these 2 videos together to make a YouTube synergistic video that will be seen by billions.
Yeah. So that's what's happening, and it's supposed to take act now on December 10th. For example, I had to. The last time, a long time, like a week ago, I had to log into YouTube and they told me, like, before you continue, we need you to fucking tell us if your channel is for kids or not.
Are you a Jew?
Are you Jewish, my man? Please tell me, are you Jewish? I had to. So
this will affect your
there's
AdSense.
a way that you could put them like one by one, but I have like 300 videos. I don't know how many, but I have like 200 at least. Imagine one by one being no for the kids, you know? But the problem is, like considering you're not gonna get monetized, who in their right mind would put, yeah, this is for kids?
Exactly, yeah.
Nobody would, right?
Yeah.
So that means that these guys are gonna have to start enforcing shit, and that means that they're gonna make a lot of mistakes because I know that it's automated, right? There's no fucking way there's an actual guy like, okay, here, you got these 7,000 channels to check on today. That makes no sense.
Google's got so much money, they could fucking get some temps.
But
some
still,
shitty temps.
There would be no space for it. Do you know how many fucking
How many
videos?
monetized channels are there on YouTube? Not that many. There's a million channels, but not that many monetized channels.
There has to be at least hundreds of thousands, man. In the world?
I get, yeah.
Yeah, in the world? Yeah.
In the world, yeah.
Yeah, a lot. Imagine. And like I said, they can fucking make a mistake. Imagine they demonetize my channel. I'm like, hey, listen, I got demonetized. Right now I'm living off YouTube and you're fucking demonetizing everything. I think the guys at Google would be like, who's this guy? Cesar from Chile. Okay, yeah, we'll attend to you right away.
Yeah, right.
Fuck that, They don't even know.
QLS?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he looks important. No fucking way. So that's why it's so scary for people.
Who are the most known YouTubers in Chile besides yourself?
YouTubers?
Yeah.
I guess it's just me now.
There's no other person who's like,
no,
I review cats or something, like I review like street dogs, or like, isn't there something that?
I don't know. To be honest, I don't know, because I think that YouTube here, I know there are a lot of channels, but I know that a lot of them,
was like walkie-talkie.
Yeah, those guys are dead though.
They died, yeah.
Yeah, they died, and a good fucking reason they died too. Fucking boring fucks. But
they died a horrible death, man.
Así como YouTuber, there must be like for younger, but que Nano is Instagram.
Yeah.
And they aren't actually like YouTubers, they're just like edited videos. There isn't like a persona behind Nano.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't know, like personas actually. tenía Ni Tan Zorrón, but he's also like on Instagram now most of the time.
Oh, yeah.
Ranty también es como de Instagram.
Ni Tan Zorrón has some really good YouTube videos.
Yeah, he used to have good. I don't know. I mean, they're not really my type, but they're put together.
As far as like, I saw the rap battle between Pinochet.
Yeah,
and
those are old though.
That's a good fucking video, dude.
Yeah, that's because you like music shit.
Yeah, it's true.
Are you planning on more music shit without giving too much away?
Yes, a new song.
A new song.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, don't tell us more about that yet.
It's gonna be along the lines of protest videos, Chupo Local dance.
Okay.
But something different and crazier.
Why music though?
Because I've always enjoyed like music.
Like making music?
Yeah. I used to play trumpet in a jazz band.
Really?
I swear to God, in high school, yeah.
Really?
Back in band camp, I was playing trumpet.
And then I stuck a flute at my pussy.
Yeah.
Was that the line? Yeah.
It happened.
Wow, that's weird.
No, I like parody music, and I feel like there's not that much in Chile.
Well, you see, there's not much of many things in Chile. You know, like who reviews movies here? It's like me. You know, there's like there are more people, but it's like right now it's like just me.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, there's another guy, El Huérfano, but he doesn't upload as constantly.
Okay.
You know, so, and I've seen like other guys, but they're not like big. I mean, I'm not big either, but you know, I'm like pretty much the only guy that's there. Who else does like parody songs? But I mean, parody songs?
Like you could say, what's his name? Ni el NTN. Mauricio Palma.
Yeah, but he doesn't do YouTube anymore, though, does he?
He had a few YouTube songs in the beginning, yeah. And I feel like now he doesn't do it.
Mapuchanan and all that. Yeah, I remember those back in the day.
Those are good ones, yeah.
Yeah, those are pretty good. But yeah, now it's just that...
Dude, no, Lonely Island in Chile right now...
There is no Lonely Island.
It would fucking murder. So I want to move towards that.
We should make a fucking Lonely Island.
In Chile, dude, we
call it La Isla Solitaria. It's boring. Well, we actually
those videos are so much fun with good production.
Yeah.
Even if you don't like the actual jokes, it's just like, it's so catchy.
So if anybody does not know what we're talking about, look for on YouTube, The Lonely Island, Jack Sparrow. That one's really good.
Jizz in My Pants.
Jizz in My Pants is really good. Which one's the other one?
Mother Lover.
I threw it on the ground. I like that one.
Threw it on the ground. I threw it on the ground.
I threw the rest of the cake too. Yeah, they're like parody songs.
Dick in a box.
But you see, what works for The Lonely Island, and that I think is never gonna happen here because of it. Fuck. Hopefully I'm wrong. The Lonely Island, okay, so Jack Sparrow, it has Michael Bolton in it, right? And they make fun of Michael Bolton. And Michael Bolton's in on it.
I love that, yeah.
I love that too, you know? He's like, yeah, let's fuck around. Who cares?
Yeah, with his own, like, he's obviously a persona and he has a career as an artist. And Michael Bolton is like, who would he be comparable to?
It's nobody here, but we could have
like an aged romantic singer.
Lucho Jara.
Lucho Jara, yeah.
Okay, so imagine if we could make a video, like a song with Lucho Jara making fun of himself. He wouldn't.
But we'd be like, hey, Lucho Jara, in the video of the song. Like, do you want to join in for our video? And he'd be like, of course, guys. Por supuesto. Yo tengo una muy buena idea. And then, like, his idea, we accept.
It's totally shit.
And it's a shitty idea, and he interrupts our song.
Yeah.
And there's a back and forth during the song about this. And it's like, really well put together, the video. But
you see, the thing is that the people have to be willing to make fun of themselves. And that just doesn't really happen here. I don't know if it must be ego, right? But there are people that do not. The other day, it was a long time ago, I went to a fucking movie premiere, and there was one of these guys that I had made fun of many times. And I'm like, hey, what's going on?
You're not going to say his name?
I should, but fucking, I don't even want him to be known.
Okay.
So, and he's like, yeah, I know, you made fun of me, so fuck off. And he was like, I'm like, really, man? He's like, yeah, no, I see, no. And I was like,
no.
Yeah.
Hey, no,
and he even did this. He went, no, sale para allá. Like that.
Are you serious?
I'm not kidding.
What a cunt.
What a cunt. And I was like, man, like Ramon Yao, for example, we'd fucking make fun of him forever, you know? And we actually, and when we had him in our series, it was hard for me to talk to him because I thought he was going to be like that, right? I thought that he was going to be like that kind of guy. Like, nah, you guys made fun of me. But he was like, yeah, let's fuck around, you know? I'll make fun of you guys back. Yeah, that's the way it should be, right?
Yeah.
Not this fucking guy. He hated me.
Oh, man.
He was like, no, you fucking cunt. You know, I ain't gonna help you out. I'm like, you're not helping me out, buddy. You know, to be honest. Like, I don't want to be a fucking diva here, but, you know, who knows? Who's more known? You know?
That's true.
You or me? A fucking Class B fucking shitty actor that always swears? Or me, you know? Like, but people are just douchebags like that. Like, they made fun of me plenty times. I don't care. I'll even laugh with it, you know? Fuck.
What, like people like on public shows made fun of you or something, or
no,
where'd you get made fun of?
Not totally public, but I've seen like videos where they mock me or some shit like that. Other podcasts where they talk about us. You know, sometimes like in a really demeaning way. Like actually, out for blood, and others where they're just like making fun.
Shit, who was out for blood?
I can't tell you that here, buddy.
All right.
Because that will let them know that I know.
Okay.
So I'll just leave it be.
All right.
So yeah. But that's the thing, right? That's why it wouldn't work out, because people here are just way too concerned and self-centered and just worried. If Lucho Jara would be like, yeah, let's make fun of me, you know?
He couldn't make fun of himself, yeah. He's like incapable.
He's incapable, though.
The same thing with Carol Dance. If he were to make fun of himself, I think he could fucking get over the meme quickly.
If Carol Dance put out a video like, I am a degenerate.
Yeah,
it would be,
yeah,
you know, showing him like surrounded with bitches and shit. You know, like it I don't know, it could backfire, but I think no, it would be like, all right, he embraced
has to find
the
a way
meme.
he has to find a way to show that he has a sense of humor.
The other, I remember once we saw, you know who Kenita Larraín is?
No.
So she was a model that back in the day she was gonna get married to a really famous football player, and then the wedding got canceled like the same day, and it was like really media was all over it. Oh my God, they canceled the marriage, and then after that. The way that people saw it is that she was like a gold digger, right? She was going out like with a lot of people, and then there were memes of her like being like, "I also did. A mí también me pasó esto." Like whenever there was a meme of I don't know, some guy fell off the stairs like a celebrity.
Yeah.
They would put a picture of her, and it was like, "A mí también me caí," you know, like that.
Yeah.
So I remember once we went to a show, and she came out, and she was the one presenting it.
No
and
way.
She had a sign up here that said, "A mí también no sé qué güey," and she was dressed like as the meme.
Oh, it's awesome.
It was awesome, right? She embraced it, like.
So she did make fun of herself.
She did make fun of herself, right?
Oh,
that was cool, you know.
That's cool.
We need more Kenitas Larraínes. You know? Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, I think just because the protests like added like this level of like crack fuel to making fun of Carol Dance, which probably was too much.
Probably was too much.
But fuck it.
But still, people need to learn how to make fun of themselves, man. Otherwise, we're never going to be better people.
Yeah.
You can't be like, going around like you're untouchable. Right? And be like, oh, you made fun of me once, so fuck you. You know? Like,
yeah. It's that level of like that. SNL is so good at that. Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Anytime a celebrity's on that show, they're gonna make fun of themselves, and
exactly,
it's great.
There was one. I remember I saw Jesse Eisenberg was on SNL, and then Mark Zuckerberg came on.
Oh no way!
And he had portrayed Mark Zuckerberg in the movie.
And Mark Zuckerberg appeared on the
sketch with him.
No way!
He was acting. He was like, well, you know, my movie, The Social Network, and you know that movie like depicts Zuckerberg like really bad, right?
Yeah, in some ways.
In some ways.
It's like he's just vicious for his company.
Yeah, but
the
he's
real
a bit of a
Zuckerberg's probably
douchebag.
much worse than that.
Yeah, right? So, and Jesse Eisenberg is like, hey, so I'm here to tell you about my new movie, The Social Network. It opens this week. Be sure to watch it. And then you hear like, I didn't really like that film, Jesse. And it's Mark Zuckerberg, for real. And he walks into the stage.
That's awesome.
It's awesome, right? It's awesome. Because they depict him as like pretty much a douchebag in the whole film. And then he shows up and he shoots the shit.
That's cool.
You know, that's cool.
Great.
That's what has to happen, man.
Yeah.
Why can't people fucking do that here? That's the difference that we got.
So even Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks makes fun of himself.
With the Mr. Pumpkin, whatever it was.
Have you seen the one on Bryan Cranston where he wants to do like his sweet 60s or something? That he wants to pull like a fucking birthday party?
Oh, no, is it?
No, you should see it, man.
That's
it's also really funny. It's also really, and you can tell he doesn't give a fuck.
That's it.
You know? It's awesome.
That's the best. I feel like when under certain bounds of like humor, at least in the United States, everyone gets it. Like, oh, they're on Saturday Night Live. Like, of course, they're supposed to do that. If they went on Saturday Night Live and like...
They're supposed to make fun of themselves.
Yeah.
There's nothing bad with making fun of yourself, I think. I think it's like
it's cathartic. It's healthy.
Yeah, it's healthy. That's the thing. It's healthy. I think it's a necessary part for self-growth even.
Absolutely.
Like to acknowledge like your faults or whatever and be able to laugh at them.
Yeah.
Instead of being like, no, don't you go fucking saying shit about me.
Dude, there's no reason to hold on to like too much. Fuck, man. Yeah.
True. Okay, so we should go for a break now, and then we'll be back with more What We Have Podcast.
We'll be right back.
And we're back with more What We Have Podcast with my buddy Chris.
So I just started going back and watching the Jersey Shore.
The Jersey Shore?
Yeah.
You're watching the first Jersey Shore? With The Situation and Snooki and Angelina and all them?
Yeah, compilation of like seasons 1 through 3, the best moments.
Okay, had you ever seen Jersey Shore before?
Like just a few episodes in between.
Okay, what do you think of it?
That was great.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I fucking loved the Jersey Shore, man, back in the day.
Yeah.
I loved it. I fucking watched it all day.
Are you serious?
Whenever I could, yeah. I remember that before a new season would start, they would like marathon the whole previous ones on TV.
You'd be right
and
there.
I just watch them all. Man, it was so fucking good. I mean, it's horrible, but it's so good.
It's really like
It's so bad it's good.
it's so bad it's good. I saw the one where it's like, yo, so to start, it's Pauly D.
Yeah.
He's like, so you know, we're chilling at the club, and one boy, you know, he pushes my man, you know, the situation.
Yeah.
And he's like, so I pop him. And it shows, Pauly D punch him.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, so we got kicked out of the club. And it's like, but then we were walking in the street, and these 3 broads, you know, beautiful broads were walking with us.
Yeah.
And then it's like, the situation is like automatically just like all over these girls. And they invite him back to their place.
Yeah.
So they get back to their place, and they're hanging out. Situation's like, yeah, this is going good. So I went back to the kitchen, you know, grabbed some pickles.
I know exactly the one that you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know exactly the one that you're talking about. Yeah, so then Pauly D is with them.
Yeah.
And he's locked himself in the room. And then the situation goes and Nazi's like, come on, man, sharing is caring. Is that the one?
No.
No? Okay,
That's one-
okay.
He had hooked up with one of the Jersey Shore girls.
Okay.
And they're like, and we were romantic. We were holding hands and shit. And then she was with Ronnie. The guy who has like no neck and is like clearly
Ronnie.
Clearly on steroids.
Clearly on steroids. You can
Yeah.
tell because his legs are like paper thin.
Yeah, his legs are paper thin, but everything else like freaky.
Yeah, but that with Ronnie, that's Sammy though. That's Sammy's sweetheart.
Yeah, Sammy Sweetheart's with Ronnie.
Yeah.
And Mike is just like,
she had been flirting with the situation.
they've been flirting or they hooked up. I thought
Yeah, they hooked up. But
They had
then
sex.
she decided to go with Ronnie.
That same day.
That same day.
And
Yeah,
then the
because that's the
situation's like-
Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
That's how it works on the Jersey Shore. You have sex with somebody and then have sex with somebody else. It's in 10 minutes later.
Yeah, and Mike's like, what are you doing right now? Oh, okay, no. He's like, no, it's cool, it's fine.
Yeah,
it's
I don't
fine."
care. Yeah.
And then she's like, well, who are you with, Mike? She's like, Mike, are you angry? She's like, go upstairs back to your whores, Mike.
Back to your whores.
Because he's clearly trying to hook up with the 3 girls that are in like a jacuzzi.
but also he's being jealous about the other.
That's so ridiculous.
Oh man, that show is gold. I fucking loved it. Man, I loved it.
Have you seen Nick Kroll's Bobby Bottle Service?
No.
I will watch it after this. It's like a sketch.
I'm gonna write it down.
Well, we're gonna boot it up right after this, but it's so funny.
Nick Rolls, what's it called?
Nick Kroll.
Nick
He's a
Kroll?
comedian. He has a sketch comedy show.
Okay, what's it called?
Super underrated, and it's just Nick Kroll's show, I guess. The Kroll Show, and the character is Bobby Bottle Service. Hey, I'm Bobby Bottle Service, aka Bobby Bottle Service.
Yeah. So you never followed like the Jersey Shore, man. I remember I watched it. It was so funny, man.
It's
It was so
great.
funny. They would, you know, because all the episodes with them like fighting and having sex.
That's
It was-
every
that was-
time.
yeah, it was like they'd fight people and then they'd have sex. Sometimes with the same people. And they were fighting minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like animals in a cage, man. It's so fucking funny.
Animals.
God, yeah, it was so funny.
The things they say too that are like subtle, just like, yeah, we met up with these girls, you know, beautiful, tan, and they have like the most fake tans. These girls, like,
yeah,
not attractive.
because they had the GTL, right? Gym,
Yeah,
tan,
Gym,
and
Tan,
laundry.
It's a-
Gym, tan, and laundry. Oh my god. They would go to the gym and then they would get tan and then they'd do laundry for some fucking reason.
like, and what universe these people exist in? Like, how do they really exist? And how much, like the Mundo Supuestos here in Chile, but
Yeah, something like
crazier.
that. They are just fucked up. I remember the first episode, there's this chick Angelina that she doesn't show up later and she shows up like with a garbage bag with her shit.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody's like, yeah, we don't really like Angelina that much because everybody shows up with her things to live here at the Jersey Shore, but then she shows up like with a garbage bag. Like, really, don't you have a suitcase? Like, really, are you that fucking poor?
I got a garbage bag.
Yeah, and they all speak like that. Yeah, like a garbage bag. Yeah. Oh God, the one I was telling you about, it was one that where they're at like the club again, and they're dancing and shit again.
Club. Yeah.
And so I remember that the situation.
There's only like 2 things that can happen from this point.
Yeah,
right? It's
they
like,
can fight
or they
can
need
have
women.
sex.
Yeah.
So there's this one where Pauly D, I think, or the other guy, Mike, I think his name is.
Yeah.
No, is it Vinny? I think he's dancing like with some chicks, right? And the situation is like pretty mad because he had also been talking like with the chicks before, but they were dancing with this guy, right?
So it's actually both options 1 and 2.
Yeah. So the girls are like fucking drunk, right?
Yeah.
And then the situation, he looks at the camera and he's like, I'm pulling a robbery. And then he goes like to one of the chicks that was dancing, and she grabs him like from behind and takes them like elsewhere. And she starts dancing with her, but it's so funny. I'm pulling a robbery, you know, like it was a thing, you know, like I'm pulling a robbery. It's a human being, man. Come on.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm pulling a robbery. And then they go back home, and then they have like they're gonna hang out with some girls, and I think it's Pauly D that gets in the room with both of them. You know, and the situation is like, I'm going to go get a drink or something. And then he goes downstairs, and then Pauly D locks the door. Yeah.
Oh,
and then he comes in, he tries to open. He's like, come on, man, open the door. Pauly D's like, nah, busy. You know, and he's like, come on, don't be that way, man. Come on. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. They're women, man. It's so funny. Like, the way that they treat other people is just so funny. It's so comedically repugnant.
Yeah, we're comedically repulsive.
Yeah, repulsive. There you go. It's like, oh man.
That's what they couldn't do that show now, for sure. It wouldn't be received the same way.
No, of course not. They would be hating on them.
Dude, I remember when I went to the beach with my friends, and this was like, we're not like steroid freakos or anything like that. Freakos.
Yeah, freakos. Well, I lived in New Jersey.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
And I remember being at the Jersey Shore in New Jersey.
Yeah.
And it's actually like, not that crazy. It wasn't as nuts as I thought.
No, not at all. But I mean, when I lived there, I remember that I went to the Jersey Shore also a couple of times, but I was a kid, right? I wasn't really like paying attention to see if there were like steroid freaks or shit like that.
Yeah.
You know?
But I remember being there with my friends for like our senior week, whatever, from high school.
Uh-huh.
Where like, you were just granted permission, like, go to the shore with your friends and like fuck around for 4 days.
Fuck around, okay.
And parents are just like, yeah, this is part of their becoming adults.
No, they say fun. These kids, they do the darndest things, you know?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Really, yeah. And when we were there, I remember like we were in line at a Subway.
Okay.
And you were like the most boring ass, like, white bread, like, used to play soccer because we were all pussies. Like, all the guys that actually played football, like, were the ones that like went through puberty, not at 19 like we did. You know?
Yeah.
So it's like we're the ones that we're the lamer kids within our high school, and we're just hanging out, not cool. These 3 girls show up, and they like have vodka in a plastic bottle.
Okay, in a plastic bottle. Fuck. All right.
And they're just like, you guys are pussies. You don't want to drink this? And we're like, okay. And two of my friends were like, this is too weird. Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll hang with these girls. And she's like, all right, you gonna go with me shot for shot? And I was like, okay. And we passed it back and forth.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, she's tiny. Like, they get in my head, like, she's gonna get fucked up.
Yeah.
And that's just what happened, dude. She got wasted.
Of course. So fucking taking shots of vodka?
Out of a plastic bottle in the line at a Subway.
Oh, God, yeah.
And then so she went through like the stages really quickly. So like,
of course.
She was getting drunk and right away she's just like, oh my God, you're cute. And she's like all over me.
Oh, God.
So at first I was like, this is kind of cool. Like, whoa.
Yeah. Whoa. And then you were like, but she's totally drunk.
Yeah, and then she was like hanging all over me. And then like within 2 minutes she was wasted drunk.
Yeah.
And now she's my responsibility.
Of course. That fucking sucks. And I just can't, I don't understand. Like sometimes there are people that be like, you know, like guys take advantage of drunken women. Like, I really don't understand. I know it happens. I really don't understand how those fucking guys can pull it off.
I could have very easily slept with that girl.
Yeah, of course you could have. But I mean, it's so fucking...
It would have been disgusting.
It's so unpleasant.
Yeah.
To be like with a drunk girl if you're not drunk.
Yeah.
I find it
it's
like really,
weird.
really unpleasant.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, that's why I'm telling I could never be like a rapist or like these guys that like take advantage of drunk women because I find it really, really unpleasant.
Yeah.
Because they act like all funny and they move around and they're like overly sexualized in a way that you know that it's not, you're not getting them that horny. Yeah. You know you're not.
It's like she could be with a light pole, and it would be like
and she would be acting the
horny.
same way. Yeah. Oh God, I really don't like it. You know. But if I'm drunk too, then yeah. You know.
Yeah, right.
But I mean, because both of you don't really notice. You know that you're being like drunk as fuck. Too drunk to fuck.
Si pasa piola. I don't know if I hope that's not a rule. Like.
Yeah. No, I mean, I've been like with tipsy girls, but like drunk, like the way you're describing.
Yeah.
Not really.
Guys, I had to hang out with this girl for like 2 hours until my buddy had to go get his truck, which was like pretty far away. And he came back. This girl was completely wasted. Mm-hmm. As we're getting in the truck, she just vomits all over my buddy's truck.
Oh God.
Yeah, there's like huge chunks of vomit everywhere. And then we brought her back to her place. And then she texted me the next day like, "Oh, it was really nice of you." Yeah. That I didn't see her again.
So you didn't rape her?
I didn't rape her.
God, what the fuck is wrong with you, man?
I know, man.
You're making all men unproud.
I'm putting to shame Jersey Shore.
Yesterday was International Men's Day, and you're telling me now a story where you didn't rape a drunk person? Come on, man. You're a disgrace. You're a disgrace to men. You're a disgrace to men everywhere. Jesus. So, shit, what were we talking about Jersey Shore? I just
did you see Mike the Situation Now? The guy from Jersey Shore?
Well, I know that after the show finished, he was like a coke fiend.
Really?
I knew that he was in rehab and all that, but I didn't know that he have a show now.
No. Now he's like completely reformed. He sounds like a different person.
Really?
Dude, he sounds completely different. You gotta see interview.
I gotta check him out then.
It's kind of sad because he's much less entertaining.
Of course. Of course. It was entertaining when he was a total douche.
Yeah. Like, go back to coke, please.
Yeah. Here, buddy. You can call the police here in Chile and they can hook you up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that there was a show that was called Snooki and JWoww, which was Snooki and JWoww. But it sucked.
Okay.
It was bad. And there was one about, I think that everybody got like their own spin-off shows, but they were all shit.
Like the New York, whatever. From
my favorite character was a Situation. Not because I thought that he was cool, but it was just because he was so fucking douchebaggy and entertaining at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, because he was such a piece of shit. It was like it was so nice to watch him. It was so funny to watch him. Did you see the season where they went to Italy?
No, I didn't see it.
That's the last season. I think it was the last season. That one's really good.
Yeah.
Oh God, it's so funny.
How much of it is staged? There's got to be something staged.
A lot of it has to be staged. Yeah. You know, but I just watch it. Like, I would never defend it. Like, oh, Jersey Shore, don't touch that show. You know, it's really good. I know it's fucking bullshit. I know it, but I enjoy it knowing that it's complete crap.
Yeah.
You know, but there's a season where they go to Italy because, you know, allegedly all these guys supposedly were like Italian American according to them.
Yeah.
Snooki is Chilean. Did you know that?
No,
she is. I mean, she isn't, but I think her dad or something is fucking Chilean. Here, let me look it up really quick.
She looks like fake Italian, though. She like perfectly looks fake Italian. Like the U.S. version of Italian, which is like...
Here, look. I found it. Nicole Elizabeth Lavalle, or Laval, I don't know, best known by her nickname Snooki, is a Chilean-American reality television personality.
Wow.
There you go. Chile's fucking everywhere. Everywhere.
Not just the fat guy from Lost.
Not just the fat guy from Lost. Yeah. And professional wrestler? How the fuck is she going to be a professional wrestler?
I could see it.
How?
I could see like right after the Jersey Shore, like the WWE contacted her.
She reportedly earned $150,000 per Jersey Shore episode by the last season. Holy fuck.
That's insane for a reality show.
That's insane for a reality show. That's insane. Because reality shows are known to be cheap, right?
Yeah.
And why go through all the trouble of like writing a script, casting actors, when you can say, hey, want to be famous, douchebag? You know, come over here and we'll pay you.
Well, yeah.
You know, exactly. It's like the easiest form of television ever. And they made $150,000. Because, that show was crazy. I remember that everybody watched it. Everybody fucking saw it. They had these are the guys that made LMFAO famous, actually.
Really?
Yeah, because the intro song, that's by LMFAO.
Okay.
Yeah, get crazy,
Miami,
get rap.
bitch.
Yeah.
Nice. I mean, that like fits their show really well too.
Yeah, of course. But the last season in Italy is really funny because they try to speak Italian. Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah.
It was like because the guy would go to bars and he'd be like, "Do you know me? I'm La Situazione." La situazione. Oh God, it was so funny,
dude. It's so weird that like people in the United States, if they have any level of Italian in their descendancy, it's like they're Italian.
Had we not talked about that before? I remember that we had, or hadn't we?
I don't think so.
I think that's something that is really fucking gringo, to be honest.
To be like, my mom is like 12% Italian.
Oh, so you're totally Italian.
And it's just like, we're very Italian. Like, what are you talking about?
I know. That happens a lot with gringos, man. For real. I remember people, and they wear it. You know, have you seen all these people that talk about cultural appropriation, that type of bullshit?
Yeah.
You know, black guys that look like not really that black. And they're like, no, man, you can't go using my words and shit. And I'm like, buddy, you're not really black, to be honest. And then they'll show and like, you know, and like...
You get punched immediately.
Yeah. No, I mean, you think about it. But then they show like their family and the dad is like half black and the mom is like Russian. He's like, so my Russian heritage, you know, I have it close to my heart, you know? Like, come on, man.
That's true. People like pick... United States is like, which one do you want to be?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, oh, are you an eighth black and you want to be black? Well, then you're black.
Yeah, and you can validate it by saying, well, my great grandfather was black, so there is black in me.
Yeah.
You know.
No, it's true. People, and then like especially people gravitate towards Italian, and I'd say like
I find it especially in the Latino community, man. Like I remember I met a lot of people. They were fucking gringos, man. To be honest, they were fucking gringos. Like, and they'd be like,
also.
And they'd have like emails like LatinoPride.com or shit like that, you know, Latino Pride, and they would be like, yeah, see,
and they
Latino,
don't speak Spanish,
and they would drink Corona, and they would not speak Spanish.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking kidding.
Dude, it's true.
God, I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
That's hard for some people too, because like they have to get accepted by those groups as well. In some cases, it's easy. In some cases, like those groups are like, you know what, you're not us. Yeah, like, and they get rejected.
Exactly.
There's like a population that's like there are people that are half black, half Latino that like don't speak Spanish, and they like don't their father like who was black like isn't around, so they like never really learn like to be black necessarily, and they don't know Spanish, so they're not really that Latino.
So you're just like a fucking gringo wannabe.
A fucking gringo wannabe.
That's what you are, a gringo wannabe.
They just exist like in this weird no man's land of culture.
Yeah, I know. Why do you think that happens though? Do you think that gringos are like culturally naked, or do you think that they find that they're lacking culture? Because
everyone in the United States is all about being like
different?
Something different. Yeah. You want to like have some sort of individuality. So it's like if I'm just another American, nah, fuck that. I am Italian American.
Exactly.
You know, I'm unique among all of this.
All of these fucking gringos.
I love my mother and like whatever this shit they talk about all the time.
At my house, we always, every Sunday we eat together because that's part of our Italian tradition.
Yeah.
You're like, come on, man, this is bullshit.
You're not Italian.
But I find it funny because, for example, they say that us as Chileans, we really don't have like identity. You know, like
you completely have identity. Everyone has some Mapuche identity, Spanish.
No, of course, but a lot of people are not. And like, there's a huge population of people here that think that Mapuches, you know, fucking suck. That they're delinquents and alcoholics. You know, así como Mapuche culiao. Well, there are people that think that actually use Mapuche as derogatory.
Wow.
You know, like Indio culiao, Mapuche culiao. You know, instead of being proud of it. And they say that we have a lack of identity. Like it's actually like really important, our lack of identity. Like if you listen to the national anthem, the Chilean national anthem, have you ever heard it?
Yeah.
You know, it says that we are la copia feliz del Edén. You know, like we're a copy of
it says
something.
it in national anthem. I'm sorry, I didn't go through like the lyrics that well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Y tu campo de flores bordado es la copia feliz del Edén. You know, we're a copy.
That's insane.
So
I had no idea.
So you know, like speaking culturally, yeah. Have you noticed like when people? It happened a long time ago with Ivan Zamorano. I don't know if you know who he is, but he was like a football player. Everybody would make fun of him because he went like to, I don't know if it was Argentina or Spain, I can't remember, but he went for like 2 months and then he came back, así hablando como español, you know? And that happened. A lot of Chileans do that, right? Yeah. But for example, if you get an Argentinian here and he's lived here forever, he'll still speak like fucking Argentinian.
Yeah.
You know, because they say that is our identity. Because and we have a lack of identity. You know, like if we go to Spain or something, pues volvemos así hablando, joder, coño, como un españolísimo. Yeah. You know, because for some reason they must think that it makes them sound cooler, I guess.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah.
So cultural identity here is a subject. You know, it's like something really, really important. And I find that funny because I always found that in the States that didn't happen that much. But then, you bring out these people and it's true. They're like, no, I'm Italian, African, Chinese. You know, shit like that. You know, my dad...
They pick one. Yeah, you just do whatever the fuck you want. But the American identity is still very strong among black people. Yeah.
Exactly, right? It's weird. And here we have that problem big time. Especially like with immigration and shit like that. You know, like for the States, if you come from the States, oh yeah, that guy's cool. You know, let him in. You know, a guy from Peru comes, fuck, peruano culiao. You know,
yeah.
You know, like gringos, yeah, you can come. You're from Germany, yeah, no problem, man. We love you. You know, you're blonde and pretty. No, oh, you're from Peru. Who let this Peruvian motherfucker in my bar? It's fucked up, man, and that's our cultural heritage. That unfortunately, you know, I hope it changes. I think it will change. You know, now with immigration, the way it's happening here, I think it finally will change because it is fucking stupid. You know, why would a fucking gringo be cooler than a Peruvian guy? You know, I don't really like Peruvians that much, to be honest. No. I mean, I'm not biased against anybody except fucking Brazilians. Those I can't stand.
Brazilians? Do you can't say Brazilians?
Fuck Brazilians and their fucking clown language.
They're clown. Você não entende. Brasileiro.
Yeah, it sounds like a clown. It's like Spanish but clowny.
A little bit. It's like
you say barriga, but in Portuguese it's barriguinha. Look at that fucking language.
Barriguinha.
Yeah, fucking idiots.
Brazil's pretty crazy.
But yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. And in the States, I see that it happens too. See, but here, you don't see that much people being like, no, que mi familia es mitad alemana y mitad... Not really. You do see it happen, but I don't see it happening that much.
Actually, the United States is like just among mostly white people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because if you're... White people or no. But among black people, no. It's a big... You can't do that.
I guess it's because we're not white here. Although some people... the other day, I was reading a comment or something, and it said something about my masculine white privilege in the structure. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, buddy?
I mean, all those words do kind of like make sense, but on what context? Like,
I love the fact that you brought up context. No, they were talking about this last video that I did. Something that I think that you do this because you find that your white male privilege in the structure is somehow under attack. Okay. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking. I'm a YouTuber in Chile, man.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I'm poor as fuck. I ain't got no money. I'm poor as fuck. Have you seen a sketch from Robot Chicken? Oh god, we should look it up.
It's really funny.
Yeah, have you seen it? You like it?
Which, I mean, the show's great. Yeah.
Yeah, the show's great. There's this skit on it that it's a guy. They're like two husband and a wife that they're at the bank, right? And the guy at the bank, he says like, so are you ready to apply for a loan? Do you have something to put for collateral? And the husband and the wife look at each other like, collateral? And they start laughing. He wants collateral. We poor as fuck. You know, they start laughing, you know? Yeah. And then it freeze frames, and then it's like a doctor comes in, and he's like, so you've seen that skit. Okay, now let's look at this one, you know? And then it's the same thing, but the people, the husband and wife are black, and the guy that's from the bank is white, right? And then they do the exact same thing, the exact same wording, you know? Collateral, we poor as fuck, and all that. And then they freeze it again, and the psychologist comes on the screen, and he's like, so how did that make you feel? Did you learn something about yourself? And then it ends. It's so funny, man. That's awesome. It's awesome.
Great.
Yeah. We poor as fuck. Yeah, I don't know where he brought that whole fucking me and the structure and the domination of whatever the fuck structure. Yeah. Like, man, you got the wrong guy, man. You got totally the wrong guy. We were going to talk about the fucking Heat. No.
Talk about the Heat. We're talking about the Terminator. We
should talk about the Terminator.
God knows what.
We're going to talk about the Terminator. I felt like we've gone like in so many different directions.
We have today.
But that's good though. It's good. It makes it interesting.
You don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's what WAD podcast, you know? It's always a surprise.
That's what you got to
be saying. Are we going to talk about this? Are we going to talk about that? Whoa! You never know. Tune in. Be sure to tune in. So yeah, we should talk about the Terminator. So we talked on Sunday. We went to see Terminator Dark Fate. I had a premiere.
You graciously hosted
for
people
my people
at Movix Cinemas,
which is in Carlos Valdovinos. So we went there Sunday. It was scorching fucking hot, man, that day. Oh my God.
I was sweating my balls on the way down.
Yeah, I sweated my fucking ass off. Plus I had a limp foot. And so we went there, and Cinemovix and Fox were kind enough to give us tickets.
I was like, is Cesar going to give a speech at the beginning?
I did, but you got there late.
Yeah, I was late.
Why were you fucking late?
Because it wasn't easy to get there. You had to fucking walk a while from the metro.
Yeah, but everybody did that, though.
Everybody did it, yeah.
Yeah, and you were late. You fucking idiot. You lost my opening speech. You missed
What was your speech?
It was pretty good, man.
Oh,
it was
really?
heartwarming. No, bullshit. Nah, bullshit. I just said, like, thanks a lot for coming, you know? Well, actually, not thanks, because I gave you free tickets, so you should thank me. And,
No, you said,
yeah. And then it was like a stand-up, sort of. Yeah, I'm going to do a stand-up, and I'm going to call it, have you noticed how all politicians steal? Right? It sounds better in Spanish. ¿Se han fijado que los políticos roban? Sounds better. I'll do my first stand-up special. ¿Se han fijado que los políticos roban? Coming soon to a shitty bar near you. Here it goes. So we started with, we saw Terminator Dark Fate. What did you think of the movie, first of all?
It has its moments. The first act is awesome. I think the initial action sequence on the highway, for those who haven't seen it, if it's on the trailer, it's amazing. Like, the first act is great.
Yeah. The first act is really good.
I don't think they really could do much to improve the first act. I feel like as it is, first act is...
What did you think of the... Oh, but you didn't see the opening scene. Okay, so you missed that part.
I know what it is.
You know what it is. Yeah. Don't spoil it, but you know what it is. That, you should have seen it, man. It's crazy. I mean, it's not only like the shock of the actual scene, which a lot of people are going to hate, but they de-aged them, like the actors. Wow.
How good is the effects?
It's fucking crazy.
Really?
I thought it was a deleted scene from the second one.
How do they do the audio?
I don't know.
Really?
I don't know.
Wow.
I haven't looked into it yet.
I mean,
but that scene is crazy. With Sarah Connor, she looks just like she did in Terminator 2. And John Connor does look just exactly the way he looked in Terminator 2. It's fucked up.
I saw reviews that were like, they look very waxy.
No.
No?
No. But they don't show them like for that long.
Okay.
You know? So you can tell that they kind of feel like not really sure of the effect. But it looks really good, at least in the theater.
Wow.
It looks crazy fucking good. We were talking with Armando, with the other guy of the other podcast, and he was like, when I saw that, I said, that's the death of actors. Actors are no longer needed anymore, you know, because it looks really good.
Oh man, that's crazy.
But I read that James Cameron said that a lot of people criticized that scene, well, especially because of what happens, and also because they felt that it had to have more impact, more powerful. But James Cameron said that when they were speaking, it didn't look good.
Oh, okay.
So that's why they did like most of the conversations like with I was gonna say headshots, but it's not headshots. Over the shoulders. All that.
Okay, then it makes sense. I could believe it then. If they don't show the audio and the speaking, because I've never really seen it good. Like the mouth movement is just so hard. There's so many muscles in people's mouths. Like you can't simulate
Imagine
that.
all the keyframes that you got to put on a fucking mouth. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, and for it to look good, and it must be fucking costly too. You know, like how long does there's like this fact going around like on the internet, like a minute of animation costs like, I don't know, like $1,000. I don't know, it's not $1,000, but it's a lot.
Oh, it's gotta be fuck ton, dude. Like every like a frame of it, gotta be like, not by minute, but by like frame.
Yeah, a frame. Imagine, oh god. Imagine how much work goes in a single frame. Imagine how much fucking work goes in a second. You know?
I'm sure it varies upon, because there's so many bad special effects too.
True.
But you can just download from YouTube. It's a green screen. You can throw in special effects on your own video.
Like, do you know how to work with that?
A little bit.
How to use Chroma? I've never used it.
The key Chrome?
No, never.
It's super, dude. You can learn in like 2 minutes. Mm-hmm. You upload the video. You get the little dropper thing. You click on the green part. It disappears.
No, I know, and it disappears. Yeah. I mean, I've seen it. I just never tried it because I don't have like a green screen. It has to be like any green fucking.
I put up a green screen in my room.
Yeah.
I bought a bunch of these like long sponges.
Yeah.
That are like really thin. Just fucking bang, put it on the wall. And I've used it. Yeah.
And it's just like a green cloth, right?
Just a green cloth. Put it on my wall and.
So I remember a long time ago I wanted to start using them in my videos, but then I said, nah, I'll do it later.
Yeah.
You know, like I started doing it with my cousin, now I'm doing it alone. Maybe then I'll go green screen, right? Like try to space out like the improvement. And I remember that I was asking in a Facebook group, I was like, hey, so I'm looking into like green screening, you know, like if somebody could help me out with that, where can I buy like the fucking cloth? And I remember somebody when like, yeah, you could use it, but you also have to learn how to light it, and you also have to learn like many things.
No.
So contact me. And yeah, he was trying to get money. Yeah, he was trying to get money off me.
Okay.
You know, he saw me like an ignorant little prick, being like, oh, I want to do like what they do in movies. You know, and he thought like, I'm gonna milk this fucker.
It's stupid easy, and plus you can crop the image so that as long as you're not moving a lot, you're not like jumping around. You crop it so it's just like your frame, and it'll look, dude. It's Hollywood green screen in your fucking closet. Like, I don't know, maybe not that good, but it can get easy.
I might if I change my setup and shit. Maybe I could think about green screen. But anyway, so what do you think about the action effects then of Terminator Dark Fate?
No, the action effects, especially in that highway scene, are ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's so good.
They did a lot of practical effects for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can tell.
It felt like there's a moment there when one of the female leads, when she's like, I'm half hybrid. And
Mackenzie Davis.
Mackenzie Davis, yeah. When she says that, I was like, this feels exactly like it should. Yeah. This feels just like the next Terminator, like from moving on from Terminator 2. Yeah. It fit perfectly. Yeah. I was like, wow, they're doing it. And it brought a little tear to my eye. I was like,
oh, that's so cute.
It was, dude, I was like, wow, they're fucking nailing it right now. Like, this is so good.
It's working.
It's working. Like, I'm buying into this completely.
Yeah.
And then when whatever her name shows up, the Linda Hamilton.
Okay, Sarah Connor.
Sarah Connor, yeah. And she's like, I'll be back when she blows it. I was like, all right, it's a little fan service, but I'm still buying it. It's good. And then from there, it's not as good.
Yeah.
The first scene.
It's just that it goes way over the top.
After that?
Yeah. It goes way over the top. It goes like Uncharted 3 fucking levels of crazy. I think that what worked really good, especially on T2, is the fact that everything that you see there is believable because actually all of that is like practical effects. Have you ever seen like behind the scenes of Terminator 2? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Like the fucking truck, when it gets its top cut off, they actually did that.
That's ridiculous.
They actually did that. It's ridiculous. The Cyberdyne building where they go with fucking, what's his name? Dyson?
Yeah.
Where they have to blow up that whole building, they actually blew up that whole building.
Oh my god.
It's fucking crazy, I know. The scene where the T-1000 jumps from the helicopter into from the motorcycle into the helicopter.
Yeah.
He actually did that too. He had a harness though. But he actually jumps out the fucking window and then he gets pulled back with a harness.
Wow.
It's crazy. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. Yo, if you can, anybody that's listening, if you can watch like behind the scenes of Terminator 2, man, it's like 30 minutes long. It's on YouTube. Oh God, is it good? Yeah. Man, it's so fucking good.
Did I watch it?
They do everything. Everything is stunt doubles and fucking shit like that. Except for, like the liquid hand and that kind of shit.
Sure.
That's CG, but everything else is real. Oh God. Man, the dedication. The dedication.
Like, people get really injured in these films, right?
People get really injured.
For like Mad Max, they have a lot of practical effects in the new one, or the one that came out like 5 years ago.
Yeah, that one's really good.
It's great, yeah. Mm-hmm. Apparently, like 10 people got badly injured on filming that.
Yeah,
like
there are people that have died
risk
on movie sets.
Yeah.
The Twilight Zone movie, people died on that. Kids died. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, on the Twilight Zone movie, there's this part where a helicopter falls like into the water, and there's this guy running away with 2 kids, and the 2 kids died.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I know.
How did they die?
Because the helicopter fucking lands on them.
What?
I know. It's crazy. You can look it up. I think that in The Dark Knight, also, people died. I think that The Dark Knight is like the movie that has had most accidents in history.
What?
I think. Yeah.
Wow.
Not totally sure. So yeah, everything in T2 happens. And I think that's why you can believe it so much. Because they actually did pull it off. So if they could pull it off, well, in a really controlled environment and all that, you can see it happening, right?
But there's that whole thing now. It's like, well, we can do relatively good CGI effects. Mm-hmm. Not as good as the practical effects, but no one's getting injured.
Yeah, like I just think that the limitations of T2 work in favor of the movie instead of against it.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I think that's the problem. But the thing is that's going to happen with every action movie from now on. Why would you go through the risk of doing these type of crazy fucking stunts where you could injure people, potentially kill people,
them.
Instead of going CG, which is a lot safer and cheaper and less work.
Totally. There's no practical considering. I remember seeing Jurassic World. How was it filmed?
Yeah,
and it's a guy doing a selfie. He's like, all right, now we're going to film the scene where I die in Jurassic World. Mm-hmm. And he's in the forest, and it's just like, whoa, giant dinosaur! And now I just finished my scene in Jurassic World.
Yeah, everything else is CG from there.
It was so lame.
Yeah, have you seen the Avengers? When they show them, it's just them in a fucking room filled with fucking green screens everywhere. The floor is a green screen, the ceiling, everything is a green screen. But at the same time, I think that really speaks well for actors too, because I don't know how the fuck you can get in character if you're just surrounded by green everywhere. You gotta be a really good actor.
Yeah.
To pull it off. Because you're not there. Did you see Prometheus?
Yeah.
So Prometheus, it also used most of the environments are practical. Because Ridley Scott said, I need the people to feel like they are there. Otherwise I can't get the acting
real
that
reaction.
I want from them. Yeah. But it's crazy though too. A lot of fucking work. And you gotta fight the studios for it.
Sure.
Imagine being I'm Ridley Scott and I want to go practical. They're going to be like, man, the fucking budget's going to fucking go sky high.
Die.
People could fucking die, just because you want reactions. Come on.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I can see that. What do you think about the T-800 in this one, Dark Fate?
I like it. The new villain?
No. The Arnold Schwarzenegger, the T-800.
Why? Why? Why did he age, first of all?
Well, I think that they had addressed that in one of the movies. I can't remember in which one. That since he's human, he also actually aged as a human, so he can blend in better.
How is he human? I think he's a fucking machine.
It's supposed to be living tissue, right?
He has living tissue.
He has living tissue under metal exoskeleton.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what he says. At least in T2, that's what he says.
Okay.
So allegedly, he ages just so he can blend in better.
Okay.
So I guess it's understood, but everything about him, I read afterwards that it was intended to be a satire.
That's what it felt like.
because actually Arnold Schwarzenegger in real life actually does enjoy doing drapes and interior decorating.
Really?
Yeah.
I felt like this is like, they for a minute when they first see him, and like the whole crew is like hanging out now with Arnold Schwarzenegger, the T whatever. I'm like, this feels like suddenly it's a sketch. Like it doesn't feel like the Terminator movie at all. It feels like it's a cheap sketch.
Yeah.
Like a poorly written sketch.
James Cameron actually said that that's what he intended. Now, he could say that because people fucking hated it, and he said, that's what I wanted to.
It's the tone of the movie changes so radically.
I know. It's just, to me, I don't know why you would do that.
Yeah.
Like, I understand the satire, but why in the movie?
I feel like there are wink moments in all the other Terminator movies, but it's always, like, really short.
Yeah.
You know?
But
like,
this one is just, I don't know. I really don't know why they did that. I don't see a lot of people liking that.
Do that, like, drape thing, you know, for one little joke.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be, like, suddenly everything stops.
Everything stops,
for, like,
and it's just
10
funny.
weird minutes, and it's, like, sort of jokes, but nobody in the audience is laughing, actually.
No,
There's not punchlines.
No.
It's just, like, the weird...
I remember the part that was funny is when they go back to him and he's talking about it, and he's like, I once had a client that asked for polka dots, and I said, no you have to use butterflies. Yeah, that was okay.
I was like, that's the closest thing you've gotten to a joke so far, guys. Like...
You know, I can see a lot of people not liking that at all.
Yeah.
I can see a lot of people hating that.
It felt forced.
It's just so out of place.
That's what it is.
Is what it is.
Yeah.
You know?
And then right away, also the tone changed back right after
exactly. And then like, okay, now let's go serious again, guys.
Yeah.
You know, we had our fun.
And it exactly doesn't go back to winking at all at any other point in the film.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
I think, just totally was like...
I didn't hate it. I just felt like, I don't know what's going on right now. Like I said, afterwards, I learned that he said that that's what he intended, for it to be a satire. But at the same time, you got to think, like, did he say that because of people's reactions? You know, like, está weyando nomás. You know? Or did he say that because of that? Or did he actually intend? Because why would you fit in a satire in a Terminator movie?
We've done everything else in these films, so it's like, otherwise, it would be. I mean, it gives it like a little bit of original flavor, I guess, compared to other Terminator films. And at this point, they've done enough of them that they can satire themselves. But
I guess so, yeah. Like maybe that's what he's going for. Like, let's just make fun of it now. Like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in T2 he also has like wink moments.
Yeah.
I watched T2 again, and there's a lot of part where he puts his leg up. You know, there's a lot of parts when they go the high five. Hasta la vista, baby.
Or like when he appears naked and he walks into like the bar. And everyone's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's like not a forced joke.
No.
Like it's part of the story. It's just a ridiculous situation.
I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. You forgot to say please.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like he always has had these moments, you know, but here it's just...
You have to be like, okay, we're going to stop the movie for 15 minutes so you can have...
Yeah, it's just so strange.
Yeah.
Yeah. But overall, I found it to be okay. I liked it. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it.
Yeah, I didn't love it. Yeah.
I didn't love it. It was okay. It was a watchable action movie.
But it's funny, too, 'cause I was reading The Onion articles, like, and it was like 5 points you should know about Terminator
Dark
Fate. Yeah. And it was like, number 1, who is the intended audience? And it was like 13-year-olds who grew up in the 80s.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
It's like, number 2, like, should I just go ahead and should I just watch Terminator 2 Judgment Day instead? Response, oh, absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's in no way better than T2. But I mean, T2 is not ever going to be topped, ever.
Not really, for that universe, like,
no.
It perfectly encapsulates.
It's funny because for this one, they brought James Cameron back for him to give like his seal of approval, you know, so the people will be like, oh, James Cameron is back.
Pretty
so
much, he's like
right.
one of like 4 producers, right?
Yeah.
It's like just to have his name on it.
But I was reading that he was actually heavily involved in the plot.
He's not the guy involved in the plot. He's the guy involved in like the special
script.
effect.
Sorry.
Oh, the script.
In the script.
Okay, I guess.
Yeah, he said that I read that he was heavily involved in the script.
Okay.
And that the whole drapery thing he did it because of Schwarzenegger.
Wow.
But yeah, I don't know if I agree with him, man. You know, like on one hand, like who am I to question the director? But at the same time, because he created this fucking franchise, right? The Terminator is his. He wrote and directed the first and the second one. Right? Like, maybe he just doesn't care anymore?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
He's coming up with a new... James Cameron is now like on schedule to make like 8 Avatar movies, right?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
He has 4, apparently 4 in the making. And the first one's coming out in 2021 at Christmas.
Did you like Avatar?
Avatar? it's such a weird film.
Yeah.
Because like everybody bought into that.
Yeah, I remember that. Everybody loved it. It was like, wow, best movie.
Yeah, and now there's been such a backlash against people, or just like such a like a ho-hum, like, fuck Avatar. Like, what a shit film.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it.
Yeah.
I didn't love it. It's kind of like Dark Fate, in a sense.
Yeah.
It's like, it's okay, I can watch it.
It's like a big, dumb, fun movie.
Yeah, a dumb, fun movie.
But it does such a good job of, like, putting you in the position of feeling like you're discovering this world.
Yeah, exactly.
With with Avatar. Yeah. Like,
Exactly.
The whole, like, playing with your imagination, the fun factor, it's really hard to put, like, a number on how like a movie can make you transport to a different place. And like, wow, I'm like, holy shit, I'm having a lot of fun right now. I'm not even conscious of, you know?
Exactly. For example, T2, have you seen it like many times? Like, do you remember it well?
Pretty well.
Yeah, okay. So, remember the ending of Terminator 2? It was like
when he kills
pretty emotional.
Yeah.
Right? It was like John Connor's crying and you actually feel like they got really attached. And you're like, fuck. You know,
there's
like
a commentary behind it.
Yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
he's a fucking robot. Like,
he's a fucking robot.
Yeah,
exactly.
There's an interesting commentary there.
Totally. You know, and then, but here I feel like they were trying to go for that, but didn't really nail it that much.
At the end of the day, it's like, oh, okay, what is it saying that the other movies didn't? Like,
yeah, exactly. Like, how could you make a good Terminator sequel? I think that you can't really. You know, like one that'll be like at the level of the first and the second one. I just think no longer. Like
they perfected it so well.
Yeah.
Like
that's crazy, man. In 1991, you know, 84 the first one, and then 1991 the second one, and then you can't top that. With all the years of evolution and filmmaking and all that, you just can't top it.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that we all got to face, right? They're saying that they're not going to make any more Terminator movies after this one.
Really?
Because it bombed, yeah.
It bombed hard.
It bombed, but I think that it bombed because of Tim Miller. Because Tim Miller, he did an interview where he said that Terminator was going to scare the shit out of misogynistic people because of badass women in the film. And then everybody went, it was kind of like the Gillette effect, right? Everybody was like, you go woke, you go broke, right?
Do you think that's why?
I kind of think that's why.
The one in 2015 wasn't that good. And
I think that a lot of people,
bad sequels.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have lost faith in them.
Yeah.
So that's one point. But the other is that comment didn't help at all.
Okay.
You know, because it feels like he's guilt tripping you into liking the movie. You know, like if you come out and say you didn't like it, well, guess you're just misogynistic then. Yeah, you know, and that's not the case at all. And I didn't find it to be, because I read afterwards, like some user reviews in Internet Movie Database and the IMDb, and most of it is like, oh, just a fucking feminist shit, it fucking sucks. And I never felt it to be that way. Did you ever feel like it was really charged to like girl power? I never felt that.
I thought it made the right turn at the right time to be like, this is what the message of the film is.
It's just that every Terminator movie after the second one has tried to go something different, right? In the third one, it was a female Terminator. Then in the fourth one, it was John Connor in the future. And then Genesis, it was let's fuck around with the timeline. And now it was like, okay, now we'll have it just be women, you know? So I don't feel that it was trying to push like some sort of political agenda as some people are making it out to be. Because I've read comments like, nah, it's just feminist rhetoric, fuck it, you know, it sucks. And I never felt that way.
I do feel like all big budget films, I feel like all big budget films at this time, like with Avengers 2, where it's like the studios are like, okay, we got to make like a wide audience. Like, what is important for people right now? Like, okay, let's include some sort of some kind of feminist rhetoric, at least a little bit. But it wasn't like forced in this one, at least.
No, I didn't feel that either. Like there's a line that I remember that I kind of cringed at it when they said it, that it kind of felt like that. But I don't know, did you watch X-Men Dark Phoenix?
No, I didn't see.
No, that one is just, it's unbearable. Like, politically, like you can feel it. Oh, okay. You can see them, like at the beginning, they show like the X-Men, they're like superstars now. So they come out of like the plane or whatever, and they're like little kids, little girls with toys of like the girl X-Men, you know, and they're like, yeah, you know, like we love action figures too. You know, and then there's some dialogue.
We have purchasing power. Just remember.
Yeah, we can also buy shit. Of course. You can see that it's paper thin, right? It's really thinly veiled.
How can we get their feminism to make them buy
money.
more?
Yeah, exactly. There's a line where it's not Sansa, it's the other one. Jennifer, what's her name? The one from the Hunger Games?
Jennifer Lawrence.
There's a part where she's talking to Xavier and she's like, you should call it the X-Women because we have done a lot more than you. It's like, come on.
And he's like, well, now that you mention it, ex-women it is.
Well, if it means more money, then by all means, make it ex. Yeah, there you could kind of cringe, be like, ugh, it feels really forced. But I didn't feel that in this one at all.
Yeah, I feel like, also too, when I was also like the opposite cringing when they were like, well, you have the future John Connor also inside of you. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, like, shoot, I guess she doesn't have her own power. Like, she's just going to have the baby. Yeah. So I was like, that's cool. That's cool to see, like, how the story evolves. Mm-hmm. It seems like a proper step forward.
It's just that with these types of franchises, it's really hard because, okay, they could do, like, what they did on this one, which they did, like, really, really drastic changes, especially at the beginning. So you could either say, like, okay, they're going for something totally radical, which is cool because we've been seeing the same shit. So, okay, they changed. But at the same time, I feel like that if they hadn't done that, they would have said, it's more of the same bullshit. So I just feel like there's no way to get these people happy because they've already fucked around with the franchise for way too long.
Yeah. It would have taken like the perfect film to resurrect.
Exactly.
And it's like it's an okay film, but there's a lot of flaws, I feel.
Yeah, it's a lot better than the previous three, though. You know, it's a lot better than 3 and Salvation and Genesis. I remember that I liked Genesis back in the day.
Really?
I really liked it.
Actually, I want to go back and see the reviews of it because
I actually made a video on it, but don't watch it though because I made it like in 2015 and the audio is all shot and it's fucked. But I was watching and I was like, wow, I really did like it. Yeah, back then. Maybe I'm just a fanboy. Maybe just all you got to do is just put some Terminators on the screen and I'm all for it. Maybe.
Get your fanboy out because this is done.
Yeah.
This turkey's cooked.
This turkey is cooked, my man. So, I guess that kind of wraps it for today. Been a pretty long podcast. Went everywhere.
We have terminated the podcast.
Terminated, yeah. The Shermanator. So remember that we have Instagram at What Wea Podcast. And you can find us also on YouTube. There's a YouTube channel, What Wea. You can listen to our podcast right there. And do you have any closing comments for the day?
No. I'm gonna be in Viña this Friday.
This Friday in Viña. What time and where?
Get there probably by like 8 or so to get a seat. And we'll be performing stand-up comedy.
But where in Viña? What's the name of the place?
Bar Tercer Tiempo.
Bar Tercer Tiempo.
7 Norte with near San Martín.
Cool. That's going to be you Friday, 8 p.m.
Yeah. Get there around 8 p.m., but we're not going to start till I won't tell you when, but
get there early so you can grab a seat.
Yeah.
All right, man. So this has been What Wea Podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to share, like, and all that shit. And see you next week with more What Wea Podcast. Mwah.